No matter who comes or goes in my life, family is my constant, my rock, always. Well, wouldn't you know it? Let me show you something really quick. Somebody says in the comments that they're so sorry that she got dumped. We're going to go over Dan Patterson, the DA. Remember us hearing Nicholas saying the phone calls from Into the Weeds where they withheld his discovery, bringing them love to say they looked over all the evidence. They seen all this. Nope, they didn't. Nope, they didn't. And I'm going to show you. And you know who had control? Okay, hold on. Okay, so, oh, really quick, do you guys see this hat? It says Hawaii. A little shark on it. I bought this hat for my dad in like probably 1998. I lived in Hawaii for 3 years. My ex is military. He wore this hat so much. When I went home, I got it, and now, like today, like days like today, because I need to do my hair. I need new extensions and can't get them till next week. It's gonna be a lot of hat days this week. So y'all gonna be seeing some hat days. I'm sorry, my nose is stuffy, but I'm wearing my dad's hat, and I have one of his flannel t-shirts I wear, or a flannel button-up. And I have another hat of his that I don't wear, but it's more just for memories. And I have his wallet and his watch. But I don't know. I just wanted to share that because I'm really missing him. This time last year, we were having Chinese food at his favorite restaurant. But speaking of, again, Gypsy and Ken, I just wanted to share that with you guys really fast. I know people don't like some of the family stuff, but I'm going to share. On Facebook, it says Gypsy is no longer in a relationship, and which I think she just removed that because she's not following him on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook now. And but if you go to Ken's Facebook, it says in a relationship with Gypsy Blanchard. Now we all know if she would have untagged Ken and removed him and completely blocked him, etc., whatever, removed her tag from that, it still wouldn't show that. Unless she wants him to still show he's following her. But this is what somebody said in her, Halsey post where she says she's singing Halsey's song, and it's like, Halsey finds out her man is cheating on her, looking into his phone and seeing all the messages from the other women, etc. But it says, I couldn't reply to your comment for some reason, but babes, you are absolutely stunning and so beautiful. I'm really sorry you got dumped, my love, but you're glowing now. Free from that toxic environment, truly gorgeous. And it says Alessandro. Of course, there's Plant Bunny. Fire, fire, fire. I just wanted to share that. Are we seeing, don't look at the videos, look at this. They broke it up. It's going to be on TMZ and people's going to speak about it. Gypsy unfollowed Ken. I just showed you that picture about family, right? Well, why is it that she unfollowed Christy, Rod, and Mia unfollowed her first? They're still not following, she's still not following her. Why is it that she unfollowed them and was probably so angry at them? And now she's following Christy again. I showed you that in my last video. I know I'm doing too many videos. There's just so much going on. And I know everybody's showing, there's so many videos you guys aren't seeing, many of mine anyway, so I'm just going to post a little more. um, but I'm almost beginning to think that this is Gypsy's MO. Create drama and lies and, you know, create these lies so people talk about it. Like I said, she doesn't care if it's good or bad. She likes that drama, right? She likes the attention. I wanted to show, and I'm crediting Hello Starlight because I was listening to her today while I was editing this morning. Um, and I see it on Reddit, so I guess somebody maybe from her live posted it, maybe. I don't know, or if vice versa. I don't know. And this was posted from Reddit by Cry Mammoth 8268. I just want to make sure I credit everybody. Um, Again, I don't know, I really couldn't tell you if this is all just look away, look away, look over there. You don't see the videos over here, look over there. Is that what we're seeing? Because I think maybe a little bit that is what we're kind of seeing. Um, Again, she has patterns. That's why I push this too. Ryan keeps saying that's not the girl I knew. I didn't know that girl, but you did know that girl. That girl is the same in those videos that we see today. She repeats those same videos. She says the same things in her videos today about Ken and about you. And I want to show you something else. Hold on. I found this oldie but goodie. Thank you, Princess Queen. It's Princess TikTok, but it says Princess Queen Tick 2. I just happened to scan by through some videos on TikTok and I saw this. Let me refresh your memory on some of these, okay? Okay. Gosh. She made that choice not to communicate, but was communicating with him. I mean, I know for a fact they were communicating a month before her release, right? And I remember this, and Ryan was upset because he had found out she was communicating with him. She had this dream. It's always a dream. It's always a dream. Her dreams are her excuses. It's like her go to. It's her special power, she told Nick. Remember he said he did too? Also, Gypsy, why are blondes bimbos? I'm just curious. I'm so tired of hearing blondes are bimbos. And like we just don't. I don't understand what the hair color has to do with anything. I'm just saying. She's jealous of blondes, I guess. But Gypsy, you can be a blonde. I mean, I think she looked best as her hair before she ruined it the very first time she got those highlights. Like, maybe I'd have to find a photo, but that hair looked best on her out of all the hair she's done. It wasn't blonde, but it did look better on her. I'm just saying, I know a lot of people like the dark hair. I'm not a dark hair. I'm not sold with it. But you're telling Ryan you want to marry him and you don't want to work it out with Ken, blah, 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 blah. This girl gets out of prison, has a full-on affair, and is pregnant within a month. If you want my honest opinion, no baby, no baby. Of course, I think there's a baby. You guys know that. I just think the baby was born earlier than December 28th. I think that's why, I mean, she said no. And when she went to go have her rhinoplasty, it wouldn't have shown up yet. She wouldn't have known she was pregnant. It wouldn't have shown up in the blood work or her urine test. So, yeah. Uh, yeah. I think her and Ken had seen each other before. They definitely were talking, we know that. And they were talking in February. She literally got out in January, guys, December 28th. That's like 3 days from the new year. So she literally was out a month and she already left Ryan. You had a 2 month marriage, dude, and you're on here defending this chick. It is insanity to me. The reason I wanted to show that is look now what's going on. The love of her life. He's the love. Ryan's her comfort. How much you want to bet Ryan isn't talking bad because he wants her to call you? He'll never convince me that's not true. But we see the same pattern. She did this to Nick, constantly breaking up, changing the pages, changing her page, deleting their pages. We spoke about this, and him even saying in the phone calls that he's the only one that could make the page she needed because it was private. So her mom couldn't find it. It wasn't because Dee Dee could find it. I don't even think Dee Dee ever looked. It's so the other men she was talking to couldn't find your relationship, Nick. That's what it was. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Okay. This is what everyone's like, you need to talk to Perez. You need to talk to Perez. I think maybe sometimes I'm a little too goofy. And the only reason I'm trying to, because I know, right before I went to West Virginia, I did some very heavy, videos. And I just want to keep it light, even though we are trying to bring justice to Dee Dee. And we are, because we talk on so many topics. Let me show you one more thing, and then we're going to go to what I was talking about with Starlight. I wanted to show you the DCFS, and I've said this before. The police reported seeing Rod's child support deposits go in, but nothing from Social Security. That's in the FOIAs. That's the only thing they've seen going into her bank account. They were already being looked into, I feel like, by Social Security, and I think they knew the scam was up. I truly do. Do you remember in the video where Gypsy tells Nick she's disappointed her mom wouldn't help her and Nick with a baby? She said that she, they're going to need a house, they're going to need a car, they're going to need money, and he didn't make that much money, and her allowance and the money she's sending him is pocket change and her allowance and what she finds under the couch, when in reality it's money she stole from her mother. I do think that Dee Dee knew money wasn't coming in like it used to. The scamming had been caught. But DCFS, June 16th, 2015, almost a month to the day of her unaliving, claims were unfounded, right? And they found no abuse from Dee Dee. Again, if this were true, wouldn't there be more if she was so mean? I just want to remind you of the videos of her laughing and dancing, and they look like besties, because I do believe that. I think Dee Dee loved her so much she'd lie for her even when she shot her with that pellet pew pew. And she covered for her because she didn't want Gypsy to get in trouble. And Gypsy, out of her own mouth, said she's never been held accountable ever in her whole life, even by her own mother. That only Ken has held her accountable. He doesn't hold her accountable for anything except Ryan, and that's it. How much you want to bet that he did 5 messages to Ryan, and that's the unfollowing? Y'all think Ken ran? I don't know. But anywho, I think there would have been a ton of child abuse claims made and DCFS involved in etc. I did see in the group why was, Gypsy's story in telling Nick that she lied about being able to walk until she was 14. Dee Dee, how could Dee Dee not know? Again, and I've always said this, I think Dee Dee knew Gypsy needed the wheelchair because she did. Hypotonia is very common with the microdeletion. Gypsy tired very like very fast, and it was just in use as needed. So it looked better for her to sit in that wheelchair, I think. But to be honest with you, I do think Gypsy took advantage of it. And I do think that she told her mom she couldn't feel her legs. And that she didn't walk as much. And, it can't, I don't know. I just feel like, I'm going to put it to you this way, man. My kids could tell me things at that age, and there is no way on earth you would ever have convinced me they were lying to me. I just told my mom this today. I and today I look back on it and thought I can't believe that I didn't see it. It was so in my face, and I refused to see it because I wanted to make sure I had the best relationships with my kids and I was a great mother and etc. And I just thought my kids would never lie to me. I was wrong. Your kids are gonna lie to you. And that was the teenage years. So, and those were the years I was scared of. Like, I remember telling you my mom argued when I was a teen because I thought I knew everything. I didn't want that happening with my kids, and I was like, I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen, but it did. And I mean, I'm just saying, I know I believe my child, and I'm telling you, I would have went to bat full force for that child. You would have never convinced me they were lying then. I promise you. Because I love them so much and I believed in them. And I think Dee Dee was the same way. But yeah, and we've already went all over this. It just shows there's no claims of um, oh wow. Let me see what this says. It says, following written request for information I submitted to Heather Ford with CD, I received an email from her on July 10th, 2015. The email stated all archived I guess periods, or I don't know what that says because it's by proxy series is written there, have been checked and no information have been located regarding the 2009 CD case involving Gypsy and Claudia Blanchard. It was all about the birth dates. DFS and I made contact with Claudine and Gypsy, spoke to them about the situation. Claudine stated they are from Louisiana. We all know that. She didn't know why the birth dates and personal information were wrong. I do want to point out in the medical records, Dee Dee puts on there every name that's misspelled and the birth dates that were put on there wrong to release her medical records from Louisiana and gives them all the inconsistent records that are showing up. Dee Dee did that. I want you to remember, I already posted about this. It is in the medical records where they notated Dee Dee told them every name, misspelling, and the birth dates, the wrong birth dates. She did have those medical records released. I'm just saying. So, yeah. Let me go to one more thing about what I see in Starlights Live and the discovery for Nick. Wait, I want to show this really quick too. It shows the DNA on the knife handle. There's 3 mixtures, and it's not just DNA. It says fluid mixtures. I mean, DNA, yes, is present when you touch something, but this is saying that they're mixed. So I'm going to say I feel like that means blood. It does. And the 3 DNA, the three DNA profiles they found were Nicholas, Gypsy, and Claudine's. I'm just saying, I don't understand why this was overlooked too. I'm just saying. But the observed mixture profile is 59.88 quadrillion times in the Caucasian population, and hold on, let me scoot it over because I can't see it. 6 point, let me get this down so you guys can read it too, because the last time I did this I couldn't get everything in, and I want you guys to be able to see it too, but for some reason okay, well, let me see. Yeah, I'll do it this way first. Yeah, there we go. And 6.12 quintillion times in the black population, more likely to occur under the scenario that it originated from a mixture of DNA from Claudinia Blanchard, Gypsy Blanchard, and Nicholas Godejohn, as opposed to the scenario that the mixture originated from a mixture of DNA from three unknown, unrelated individuals. These statistics are based on 9 of 13 possible loci. Item 14.1, swab from sink. Analysis result, a DNA profile is developed and is characteristic of being a mixture of 3 individuals, and it's the same there. Claudine, Gypsy, Nicholas cannot be eliminated. The observed mixture profile is 475.7 quintillion times in the Caucasian population. So it says the same as before. The DNA profiles were developed using the polymerase, I don't know how to say that, polymerase chain reaction, PCR, at Progmega's Powerplex 16. Exams are complete and the evidence is available for pickup. Other statistical calculations are available upon request. The report contains opinions, intercept, blah, blah, blah. Let me go back to the top because I didn't read the very first top, but here it is. Item 1, swabs of where red part of handle meets black part of handle. Analysis result, a DNA profile was developed and it is characteristic of being a mixture of 3 individuals. And again, Claudine Blanchard, Gypsy Blanchard, and Nicholas Godejohn cannot be eliminated as contributors to the mixture. Wow. Okay, so date of incident 6/10/2015, July 10th. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at that. Yes, but it says a mixture of DNA. I mean, I guess it could be just from touch, but I just disagree. There were scratches on Gypsy's knees, on her. There was bruises. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I find it hard. It could be slobber. It really could be, though. What if it was her spit that they found on there, too? Anyways, I just feel like this is something that I'm so tired of hearing, well, he forced her to do it. He made her do it. No, she planned this for over 2 years and manipulated him. So I just wanted to share that really quick. Now let's go to the discovery. Okay, here it is. And it's Exhibit 92, and it has the Facebook bag, contents of the Facebook bag. Okay, let's go to the next. It says, D.A. Patterson, I'd move to omit States Exhibit 92 and its contents. Mr. Mead, no objection. The court, you have the contents, it says as separate exhibit 937 or something. Mr. Patterson, I'm just going to omit it as 92 and its contents. Okay. So I'm going to have to read this on my phone because it is so hard, you guys, to read from the computer for some reason when I'm recording. It doesn't do it. It doesn't do it, okay? All right, let me go to, hold on, I'll pause it. Okay, again, I want to credit Hello Starlight because I did see this there, and I will credit the Redditor that posted this. But it says, okay, let's just read it all. Well, as part of their investigation in the post-conviction case, undersigned counsel requested to view the exhibits that have been entered into evidence at trial, along with some other items of evidence that have been seized by law enforcement in connection with the case. Counsel attended an evidence view at the Greene County Prosecutor's Office in Springfield, Missouri on April 19, 2021. Investigator Richard Counts facilitated the evidence view. During the evidence view, packaged items of evidence that have been admitted at Movant's trial were placed on a large table in a conference room. Counsel requested that exhibit number 92 be opened for their examination. Exhibit number 92, the Facebook backpack with contents, was open. The backpack contained a Canon digital camera. As examination of the camera revealed that there was a PNY Optima SD 60 HD 4GB memory card still inside the camera. Counsel requested to see what data was on the camera and memory card. Investigator Counts attempted to contact Mr. Patterson, but he was not available. And counsel was not allowed to examine what was on the camera and memory card at that time. On April 20th, 2021, counsel subsequently made a request by email to Mr. Patterson for the copy of the contents of the memory card. Mr. Patterson responded by email that he thought our request would constitute a warrantless search, and he was not able to disclose the content of the memory card to us. On April 22nd, 2021, counsel filed a motion for discovery of the contents of the memory card. State filed a motion is opposition on that same date, and a hearing was set for April 27, 2021 at 2 p.m., which was the day before Movant's amended motion. I guess that's his lawyer. I'm sorry, my lips are very dry. I'm sick. My nose is super dry, but it's stuffy. Anywho, I feel like Gypsy. Was due to be filed with the court. After a brief hearing on the matter, the court denied Movant's motion for disclosure by court order issued later in the day on April 27th, stating in part, after the consideration of the arguments of counsel, the court finds that Movant's suggestion that relevant evidence may be contained on the camera's memory card is at best speculative. Although in police custody at this point, the camera and memory card were never admitted into evidence at trial and not in the possession of court. Since this item, oh my God, is personal property of Movant's confidant, Movant may have remedies available to obtain the item in question. However, the court does not find that it has the authority to order the state to conduct a warrantless search of the memory card or to release the property to Mavant's counsel for examinations. Mr. Godejohn's due process rights were violated. Because the camera was admitted at trial, had the jury asked for exhibit number 92 during deliberation, nothing would have prevented the jury from examining the camera, turning it on, and examining its contents. They had to have Gypsy's permission. Gypsy's permission. It was a warrantless search. Are you joking? I am floored. I am floored. Wow, this is the contents. You guys, and this was posted exhibit 92 by Imray2174. Hold on a second. Okay, so Tomb Writer 0105 Dan Patterson said that the camera and car belonged to Gypsy and that she had to give her consent, which she did not do. If this is the law in Missouri, it's one of the things that help create corruption. I agree. They were co-defendants, and apart from videos, Gypsy also sent photos taken with that camera, including photos of her mother sleeping in bed. Later, she sent the video showing how to over the empty bed, photos plus the video. I'll put it to you like this. I feel like it all had to do with the HBO documentary. I think people got some cha-ching. I think some people got paid off. It was election year. This is political. Why do you think they did the plea deal? They had a little local celebrity, the poor little disabled, handicapped Gypsy Rose, had to take her own mother's life because of Munchausen by proxy. She was medically abused when she wasn't. It saved money. It saved time. It saved money. It saved time. Let's not forget, Ryan, she did not initially get charged with second-degree murder. She got charged with first-degree, the same as him. And again, we've all seen the videos. I posted the videos, the pictures, the bruises on the knuckles, the bruises on her arms, the bruises on her knees, and the splatter on her shirt. Her shirt, not his, hers, from 5 days before that she was wearing the day of the arrest. She had on her shirt. In my humble opinion, she was involved. Okay. That's all I wanted to say about this because I'm so tired of hearing, well, the prosecutor, the judge, everybody seen the evidence. They all seen the same thing. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They did not. No, they didn't. It wasn't even allowed at his trial, you guys. This is so infuriating. It proved a lot. And we're seeing the videos. We're seeing the manipulation. Unless you don't have, I don't know, half a brain cell. I don't know how you're not putting 2 and 2 together. But for some reason, that camp over there, 2 plus 2 equals 5 to them. That's all it, I mean, it literally is like that. That's all I can say. 2 plus 2 is not equating 4, it's 5. I'm so sorry, my nose is so stuffy. Again, If they needed her consent, why would she consent to that? That is craziness. What they did get was stuff from emails and texts. They didn't get all the videos. That's what we're getting now is all of them. They didn't have all of them. They just got some of what was left in emails. Anywho, I'm just saying. Or maybe that's a whole different set of videos and pictures and photos we haven't seen, but no. It's, it isn't. It's what she used. It's on her SD card. And I don't think that we have seen half of what Into the Weeds is going to put out. Again, thank you, Into the Weeds, for putting that out. I appreciate you. Perez, I know you're going live next week. You had a procedure today, but if you see my video, please let me know. Message me. I'm Mandy Ham on TikTok. I think I follow you there. I'll go there and see, but I'll give you a message. I'd like to talk to you. I have lots of information on the case too. I would love to talk to you about it and speak about actual true victims and trauma and survivors who are absolutely tired of being invalidated because of her. And we are livid with the justice system. We are angry with the justice system. And we want Dee Dee's name heard. It's not just entertainment for us. We want the truth for Dee Dee pushed out. That's all. That's all. We just want. Again, it gets entertaining because we make it that way for you guys. We're trying to lighten that heavy load because, like I said before, there's a lot of content creators who are struggling to even put the content out because it's triggering them so bad. And I understand that. It is hard. So I'm going to leave you with one crazy clip and then I'll see you in my next video, you guys. It's almost Christmas. I think I need to watch Christmas Vacation. I'm not in a very Christmassy mood. I haven't felt that Christmas spirit yet, you guys. I'm struggling. But I will next week when a day before Christmas Eve. I'll feel it. When, I could go shopping and, wrap some gifts and stuff like that and bake, It'll get there. It'll get there. But I'm also missing my dad. Just, say a little prayer for my heart because it hurts this year. I'm telling you, it's a struggle. I know we all go through this. I know this is not something that is just alone to me personally, but February 8th feels like December 8th. Does that make sense? I can't believe in 2 months it'll be a year because it don't feel that way. Anywho, I'm going to leave you with this clip, just a little palate cleanser. And I'll see you in my next video. If you like this content, please subscribe, like, hype. Helps my videos so much. And yeah, leave your comments below and we'll chit chat it out. She has no shame in her game. Her and Ken, I guess, might be on a break. So she goes and does, and she said it's from ChatGPT, y'all. Look at that. Does it look nothing like her? Got her trophy tattoo on her back showing, making sure. Look at that. Gosh. I'm going to leave the last part, but I can't not put this on here from Audrey because I just spoke about patterns and this is on here. So, audacious Audrey put this, audaciously Audrey. I know it's a little bit different on YouTube, but traditional cat 8120. I love their posts. I'm so glad they put this on here because I hadn't seen it yet. But she's speaking about patterns too. And I know she's going to make every point we all think of. So, yeah. Exactly. Don't let her little stature, squeaky voice, and fake profile talk fool you. She's been like this and it's embedded in her. I've been saying this. She is born this way, you guys. This is her. She is not changing. How many chances does she get? Come on. Stop the double standards. I agree, traditional cat. I agree. Okay. let's listen to Audrey, because I was saying there is patterns and we see it today. I know she's going to point out everything. I know.
Convince me that Gypsy is not into questionable stuff. Because we have all seen this video.
And if we have a girl, the way it has to be is if we have a girl, she has to lose her virginity to you because you are the master of the household.
In that same video, she elaborates by saying this.
I mean, I have to explain that to her whenever she comes of age where it's time to explain it. Other than that, like when she's 7, I won't explain that, but around 13, I'll explain.
Which is interesting whenever you couple it with these two things. In prison, she wrote this email to Ryan, talking about his brother's son that Ryan helped to take care of. She says, "Blank isn't my blood kid, but you and I still co-parent, so check his phone from time to time. And have you had the birds and the bee talk yet? Statistics show that boys start experimenting very early. Maybe we'll save that for the big 13. Girl, why are you researching when boys start to experiment? And what's with the number fucking 13? But also there's this where her and Ken got on Omi TV, which is for kids. And now she's a mother to a little girl? I'm sorry, but all of this is very concerning. And it's one of the many reasons why I started calling her Geppetto months ago. I think that she is one, and she's hiding in plain sight, unashamed for the world to see. You cannot convince me that Gypsy
upvoted that for you there, traditional cat. She's not wrong, you guys. Already talking about they're going to be, raising his nephew together, and at the age of 13, he needs to have the talk with him because they mature faster, etc., etc., etc. The same age you were going to talk to your daughter about keeping their secret and her having to allow her father to take her. Come on, guys. Look at the patterns. They do not change. It's all there. And also, they found an account that she's following. It's a minor. And the account is very concerning. That's all I'm saying. I'm not showing that account. It's a minor, so I won't show it. But she is following that account, and I am concerned. Why are you following? I don't follow minors. It's ridiculous. Okay, and that is all for tonight. Oh, Ken jumped in on the trend too, you guys. Aw. Okay, I'm just leaving that there. It's just a funny haha. It's Chat GPT. Hers is Chat GPT. If you want to learn about the trophy tattoo, check my previous videos. I speak about that. I thought it was kind of far-fetched, but the points of her phoenix do line up in the autopsy photos with Dee Dee's wounds. So, just saying. I stand with Dee Dee, and I'm going to continue to stand with Dee Dee. I do not stand with Gypsy. And thank you, Snarks. Thank you, Snarkers. And thank you guys for liking, commenting, hyping again. Y'all, choo train, chugging along. Choo choo. All right, I'll see you in my next video, you guys. Good night.